Welcome back to another episode of Saucy Rossi's Barbecue Kitchen. Today we're making a really simple recipe. We're making pulled pork on the barbecue out of a pork blade roast. This is one of the first recipes I learned on my offset smoker, and I still find myself doing it almost weekly. Begin by getting rid of any moisture on the meat. Then add any dry rub you would like to it. In this case, I'm using the Barbecue Pit Boys Carolina rub. But with pulled pork, you can use many different types. What is important, though, is that you match your dry rub with the barbecue sauce you're going to be adding at the end. So then we fire up the pit to 275. Once it's at the right temperature, we throw our piece of pork right on. So personally, I think it's really important to leave your piece of pork on the smoker for as long as possible when making pulled pork. Like, I'm planning on leaving this for about 10 to 11 hours. This right here is after about 4 hours. You can see there's a nice bark kind of forming on the outside. So I pull it off the offset smoker and I add some barbecue sauce to it. I think I got Blazing Onion Bonanza or some, I don't know what it's called. But I add a nice layer on, then I wrap it back up and throw it back on the pit. At this point, all you have to do is wait and make sure you're at the right temperature for the rest of the cook. There's really not too much else you have to do. That's why this recipe is so easy. Now, do not worry if you don't have butcher's paper. You can use tin foil to do the exact same thing I'm doing here. You can also just use tinfoil to kind of make a tinfoil boat for it to just sit in, so even more smoke is getting at the meat while it's cooking. It's really up to you on how much smoke flavor you want at the end. Okay, we finally made it. It's been about 11 hours. You can see the butcher paper is good and soaked with the juices from the pork. It's been on there cooking for a while. Then, take some forks and go at it. You can even add more barbecue sauce if you really want. I actually did in my case. You can also see here I got some cool claws my wife got me for ripping apart meat when I go to make pulled pork or shredded chicken. It's really actually helpful. I highly recommend investing in them if you make pulled pork often. And that's it. It's just that easy. You've got pulled pork made, ready to go. You can bring it to a potluck, a summer barbecue, family dinner, or you can just make it for yourself for the week to eat. You can do lots of things. I made a little sandwich here. You can make quesadillas, tortillas. You can throw it on pizza. The opportunities are endless. Enjoy.